This public toilet is bigger and nicer than my place. I want to live here. How does a 36-year-old single woman living alone in China enjoy a nice weekend without spending much? Hi everyone, this is Gui. Welcome to my channel. After a whole week of busy work, I spent my entire Saturday just lying in bed. As an introvert with no social energy, I would have stayed in bed all Sunday too, just like I used to. But starting this year, I've decided to change that. I woke up late at 10 a.m. this Sunday. I grabbed something quick to eat and decided to head out. It had been raining non-stop, and the weather finally cleared up. Neighbors hung their laundry and quilts out on the rooftop to dry. Before leaving home, I washed my thick blanket. It's getting warmer out, so I can pack it away now. I planned to stroll around first, then walk to a highly rated vegetarian buffet I've always wanted to try for dinner. Right across the road lies a beautiful park. It's been so close to me for 3 years, yet I barely come here. 3 years ago, I went through a tough time. During my unemployment, I didn't step out of my place for half a year. I got all my groceries delivered. The only human interaction I had each day was saying thank you to delivery riders. Back then, both my physical and mental health got really bad. Three years later, I feel like my life has hit a standstill again. I can kind of see exactly where my future's headed. I might get replaced by AI or priced out of the workplace because of my age. In China, 36 is already considered middle-aged in the job market. I might end up living simply in a small, low-cost town, relying on my little savings for the rest of my life. That's why I started making videos and pushing myself to go out more. I want to change and explore more possibilities in life. I don't want to lock myself indoors anymore. If you are feeling down, just head outside. It will make all that no mood go away. I'm feeling quite happy now. I saw an uncle taking photos in the park. I really wanted to walk up and ask what he was shooting. I have passed several restrooms in the park. This one is much larger than the small one I used earlier. This public toilet is bigger and nicer than my place. I want to live here. The park feels so calm and peaceful in the daytime. But stay till the end, and you'll see its totally different vibe at night. I left the park and walked 15 minutes to a nearby shopping mall. Sweet bakeries always stand right at the mall entrance. I would never glance at them when I was losing weight last year. Yet I can't resist their temptation now. I love free food samples the most. They satisfy my cravings without making me gain weight. But I forgot that one small taste is fine, yet too many samples add up quickly. Before leaving, I couldn't help stopping by this shop. I 最喜欢这个兔子，白白的，可爱。Let's go to the Walmart. Stepping into Walmart, I found another paradise for free tastings. I'm not picky about food, especially free food.
鲍鱼的是吧？
I learned from comments on my cooking videos that chicken breast costs more than chicken wings in some countries. Things work the opposite way here in China.
这好吃耶！卖完了呀，就这一只吧。
大姐，那冷冻的虾仁在哪里啊？
Everyone knows you should save your appetite for a buffet. That was my original plan. Obviously, I completely lost track of my plan. I felt even hungrier after tasting various snacks. At work, I usually eat at those weight-measured food spots. Green vegetables are cheap in China, so loading up on meat always feels like better value for money. Restaurants know meat dishes are what draw in customers. But eating too much meat made my diet really unbalanced. So I've been trying to eat more plant-based meals lately. Let's keep walking to the next mall, one after another. In this young, modern city, hanging out in parks and malls is basically the only weekend entertainment for most people. This mall was pretty quiet and empty. The only busy spot here was a local supermarket chain. So I just stayed here for a short rest. The TV store didn't even have a staff on duty. I stopped to rest on the soft, free public sofa for a while. Then I walked another 10 minutes to reach a different shopping mall. This one was way livelier, with more shops and brighter surroundings. Finally, I arrived at my main destination today. This vegetarian buffet costs only 29 yuan per person. And it's even cheaper with a membership. I've always loved buffets. They are a little pricier than my usual meals. But I love eating as much as I want. It gives me a great sense of abundance and happiness. have a bigger appetite than most girls, so buffets are totally worth it for me.
吃的好饱啊，完全吃回本儿了。
By the end of the day, I'd walked over 20,000 steps. My body was a little tired, but my mood was incredibly light and joyful. I sat alone in the crowd, surrounded by towering modern skyscrapers. I used to feel lonely in moments like this. Everyone around me was with friends or family, laughing and having fun, while I was all alone. But now that I've accepted myself, I feel like I belong to this city a little. I work here, I pay taxes every month, and I deserve to enjoy all the conveniences this big city has to offer. I know I'll never settle down here. The housing prices are way beyond what I could earn in several lifetimes. As night fell and my legs grew sore, I rented a shared bike to head home. I passed the same park I visited in the morning.
加油！我给你拍下来。
Sometimes I look at strangers around me and wonder if I hadn't gone out today, our paths would never cross.
那个大疆的那个 Nano， 就是运动相机。就是拍晚上不怎么好，就很糊，就不亮。
If I'd stayed in bed all day, we would have never encountered each other.
哇哦，就拍这个荷花是吧？这个年。
Sharing the same time and space with a stranger for a brief moment doesn't change my life, and it has no practical meaning at all.
就是你在平台上面发自己的生活嘛，就像 B 站呐、抖音呐。
But these tiny, fleeting moments remind me, in this vast world, I truly exist. Thanks for watching. Hope you all have a lovely weekend.